Santosha Yogis. Welcome to my living room again. Today we'll be practicing a yin practice. We will need at least one prop for our practice today. So I recommend grabbing a blanket, a towel, a pillow. If you have yoga blocks, I've got a blanket that I've got rolled up today. So if you'd like, you can roll up a blanket or a towel and we'll get started. So come to a nice tall seat. Root down evenly through both sit bones. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Draw your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Close your eyes here. Begin by bringing your awareness to your breath. Without changing anything, start to notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Notice the rise and the fall of each inhale and each exhale. Start to notice how the air feels moving in and out of your lungs. Feel your ribcage expand with each inhale. Feel your ribcage contract with each exhale. Don't try to change or alter your breath in any way. Simply acknowledge it exactly as it is today. As you continue to focus on your breath, take a moment to acknowledge any thoughts that may be distracting you or taking your attention away from this present moment. Calmly observe each thought without any reaction or attachment. Acknowledge it, accept it, and let it go. Come back to your breath. Instead of struggling to control or restrict your thoughts throughout our practice, simply allow each thought to arise. When it does, acknowledge it, accept it, and let it go. Come back to your breath each time. I'll invite you now to set an intention for your practice today. An intention can be anything you're working on or working towards in your yoga practice or in your life. It could be a word, a phrase, a feeling. There's no right or wrong. Just choose one thing that motivates you today. Use that as a reminder throughout our practice to stay grounded, stay mindful, and stay present in this moment. Focus all your awareness on your intention. We'll take 3 deep breaths all together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. 2 more deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Last one, deepest breath of your day. Great big inhale. And exhale, let it go. Slowly, gently blink your eyes back open. We'll move into our first pose today, which will be a supported back bend. So normally we have yoga blocks for this. If you do have your blocks, go ahead and use those. For the rest of us, I'm going to use a rolled up blanket for this one. You can also use a folded up towel or a pillow or cushion, whatever feels good to you. And then just place your prop of choice about a foot away from your tailbone on the mat behind you, sitting up tall. And then just start to lower yourself down over top of your prop. So you want your prop to land directly between your shoulder blades. And then supporting your neck and maybe even your head here. So it might take a couple tries to get your prop in the right spot. You may have to readjust a few times. And then once you've found a comfortable back bend, just start to relax here. So you can leave your legs out long. You can plant your feet on the mat. Let your knees fall together in the center. Or you can take butterfly legs if that feels good to you, letting your knees fall open to the sides, soles of your feet touching. With your arms, you can leave them down by your sides. You can take cactus arms, or you can reach your arms up overhead. Whatever feels good in your body. Just allowing your chest, your shoulders to start to open here. Feel free to readjust your props as needed. And then start to settle into stillness here. So in Yin Yoga, we hold each pose about 3 to 5 minutes. That said, if you ever feel any pain or any pinching, or something doesn't feel right, you are welcome to come out of the pose early. Please listen to your body. You can rest in any comfortable resting position and then join back in when you'd like to. So this practice is for you. Do what feels good to you. And then just come back to your breath here. Maybe as you're relaxing here, you start to bring your awareness to any areas of your body that you can still feel holding tension. Maybe your shoulders, maybe your chest, maybe your forehead, your jaw. Just allow everything to soften here. As you start to notice the areas of your body holding tension, try to allow them to relax a little bit more. As you start to relax a little bit deeper, see if you can start to slow down your breath. We'll be here for a few more deep breaths. See if you can relax a little bit deeper. As you're ready to come back up, bring your feet back to rest on the mat in front of you. Press into your elbows. Gently bring yourself back up to a seated position. Get a little bit of movement back in your body. Move your props aside for now. And we will move into half butterfly pose from here. So you are welcome to start sitting up on your block if you have any sciatic pain or you find it difficult to round forwards in your low back. Then I recommend sitting up on your prop to begin with. You can always remove it if it does not serve you. And then extend your left leg out in front of you. Bring your right foot to your left inner thigh. Sit up nice and tall, and slowly start to lean forwards with a straight spine. Then round through your lower back, round through your middle back, round through your upper back and your neck. So this is half butterfly pose. Options here. If your left hamstring is super tight, just take a bend to that knee, place a block underneath the knee. If you find it difficult to round forwards, start out sitting up on your block or prop. Sit up tall, then start to round forward. And if your left knee is feeling strained or pinching or sensitive in there, just bring it in slightly closer to center. And just start to breathe here. Start to relax, start to round forwards. One more option. If your right knee is bothering you, just place a little bit of support underneath that knee so it's not just hanging there. It's more supported. You can relax a little bit more. This is one of those stretches where it might feel good in your body to kind of fold over your right leg, or it might feel better to kind of fold over your left leg or straight down the center. I prefer straight down the center, but just figure out what feels good to you and move into a variation that serves your body. We'll be here for a few more deep breaths. See if you can slow down your breathing. So because we hold each pose for so long in Yin Yoga, the goal is not necessarily to always go deeper into the pose, but just to remain in the pose for the entire length of time. So you're never pulling or forcing yourself into any shape. You're simply finding your comfortable edge and then relaxing into it. So feel free, if you're feeling any pain or strain, to back off a little bit and then start to relax there. So make it sustainable. You're not forcing or gripping. You're simply settling into stillness. As you're ready to come back up, press your palms into the floor in front of you. Slowly, gently curl yourself back up. Plant both feet in front of you, your hands behind you. Just take some gentle windshield wipers here, getting some movement back into your hips. We'll move to the other side. So extend your right leg out in front of you diagonally. Bring your left foot to your right inner thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Once again, if you are sitting up on a block or if you have sciatic pain, grab your prop or your block. And sit up tall. Find length in your spine. Keep that length. And then just start to roll forwards on your sit bones. So leaning forward with a straight spine. Then round through your lower back, round through your middle back, round through your upper back and your neck. So same options on this side. If your right hamstring is tight, bend your knee, place a prop underneath your right knee. If your right knee is bothering you, bring your right foot closer back to center. If your left knee is sensitive, place a block or a prop underneath your left knee. And then just find a variation that feels good here. So you can stretch right down the center. You can fold over your right leg. You can fold over your left leg. Find what feels good in your body. And just start to relax here. Once again, deepening your breath. So see if you can slow down each inhale. And slow down each exhale. As your mind starts to wander, bring it back to your breath. With each inhale, feel your upper back body expand. With each exhale, feel your body relax a little deeper. With the help of your hands, gently press into the mat. Slowly, gently bring yourself back upright to seated. Plant your hands behind you. Plant your feet in front of you. Take a few more windshield wipers here. The next shape we'll move into is called frog pose. You may want to turn sideways on your mat for this one so that you're able to support your knees. If you do have sensitive knees and you'd like a little bit of extra support, you are welcome to either roll or fold the edges of your mat over so that you have a little bit more padding under your knees. And then come to all fours. So start out in all fours. Now what we're going to do is walk our knees a little bit further apart here. So you should just start to feel a bit of a stretch in your inner thighs. I'm going to unfold my mat so I have a little bit more space here. So knees wide. Keep your feet in line with your knees, toes pointed outwards like little frog legs. And then keep your hips in line with your knees as you slowly start to melt your chest down towards the mat. I should have grabbed my prop. Note, grab your prop before we start this. We'll move into froggy pose. So knees wide, toes pointed outwards. Everything in line. Start to lower down slowly, gently towards the mat. So you're melting your chest down and your tailbone up. So this is froggy pose. If this is way too much for you, you are welcome to play with bringing your feet a little bit close together or further apart, sending your hips forwards or backwards. Whatever works for you. And then you are also welcome to place a prop underneath your chest for a little bit of support or underneath your forehead. So just start to relax here. You should feel a nice stretch in your inner thighs. See if you can start to let go of any tension you might be feeling. With each inhale, think about lifting your tailbone up. With each exhale, think about melting your chest down. Once you've found a comfortable spot, relax your shoulders. Relax the space between your shoulder blades. And relax your neck. You're also welcome to keep yourself propped up on forearms if that feels better to you. As you start to deepen your breath here, see if you can let your belly relax a little bit more. And send your breath to your hips. You won't be here much longer. Just relax. So to come back out, you have two options. Well, three really. You can bring your toes together to touch, send your hips back to a child's pose. You can slide yourself forwards, or you can press into your palms, bring yourself all the way back up. Walk your knees gently back into center. Then I recommend a knees together child's pose after a big stretch like that. So bring your knees together, feet together. Send your hips back to your heels and then slowly curl over, melting your forehead down towards the mat. Bring your arms down by your sides. If your forehead doesn't touch the mat, feel free to place your prop there for a little bit more support. And just rock your hips side to side if that feels good to you. When you're ready, press your fingertips into the mat. Slowly, gently curl yourself back up. Swing your legs around in front of you. Come to lay down on your back. Make sure your prop is within reaching distance. To lay down flat on your back. From here, we're going to move into a supported bridge pose. So, plant both feet on the mat, heels close to your bum. Press into your feet, lift your hips up, grab your prop, and place it directly underneath your sacrum. So it's not down underneath your bum, it's not up under your low back. Somewhere right in the middle, so you should feel your sacrum supported by the block or prop, and then your hips supported by the outer edges of it. So it might take a couple tries to find a good spot. Once you do find a good spot, start to feel supported by your prop. Maybe start to sway your hips side to side, massaging your sacrum, massaging your SI joints. Or you can start to find stillness here. Feel free to adjust your prop as many times as you need. So with your legs, you can keep them exactly as they are. You can walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees fall together. Then maybe take a little bit more movement in your hips if that feels good to you. Or you can start to send your legs out long if that feels good. If you feel any pain or any pinching, bring them back in. You should feel a nice stretch in your hip flexors. And just start to breathe here. Start to take some deep, full breaths into your belly. Long, steady exhales out. As your mind starts to wander, bring your awareness back to your breath. Deep breaths into your belly, relaxing breaths out. you've got your legs out long, slowly, gently start to bring them back in. Start to bring your feet back to center. Press your heels into the mat. Lift yourself up. Remove your block and gently lower yourself back down. Hug your knees into your chest here. Take a couple rocks side to side. And we'll move into a reclined pigeon pose from here. So take your time. When you're ready, place both feet back down on the mat. And then extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your right knee. Rest your right ankle at the top of your left thigh. And then once you're here, lift your left foot away from the mat. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Reach your right hand between your legs. Left hand to the outside of your left thigh. Clasp your fingertips together behind your left thigh. Or if you're super bendy, you can clasp your fingertips in front of your left shin. So this is reclined pigeon pose. And start to relax here. So think about sending your right knee away from your body. You should feel a nice stretch in your outer right hip. If your right knee is bothering you, keep that right foot flexed actively to protect the knee joint. And then if you'd like a little bit more intensity, without actually rolling all the way over, just kind of shift your knees towards the left a little bit. You should feel the stretch in your right hip intensify and just stay there. Or you can come back if that does not serve you. And then just see if you can start to relax here. Back to your deep breaths. Take long, steady, calm breaths in. And long, steady, calm breaths out. We'll be here for a few more deep breaths. As you're ready to come back out, gently release the grip on your right leg, your left leg, lower your left foot back down to the mat. From here, we're going to move right into a twist. So slide your right thigh to cross your left thigh. So your legs are crossed. Press into your heel, shift your hips over to the right a couple inches, then gently let your knees fall across your body towards the left. So you're in your twist. If this is way too much intensity, feel free to uncross your legs. And if your knees are floating or your right shoulder has started to lift up away from the mat, just place a block or a prop underneath your knees for a little bit more support here. You can leave your right arm straight out. You can take a cactus arm, or you can reach your right fingertips up overhead if that feels good to you. Wherever you are, just think about rolling your right shoulder back down. Try to keep your right shoulder blade flat on the mat here. And just breathe in your twist. With the help of your left hand, gently guide your knees back up to center. Uncross your legs, plant your feet on the mat, lift your hips up, realign your spine. You can hug your knees into your chest here, rock side to side. We'll move to the other side. So reclined pigeon on the right side. Plant your right foot down on the mat. Cross your left ankle over top of your right thigh. Then lift your right foot away from the mat. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Reach your left hand in between your legs. Right hand to the outside of your right thigh. Clasp your fingertips together behind your right thigh or in the front of your right shin. And then think about sending your left knee away from your body. You should feel a nice stretch in your left outer hip. Once again, if your left knee this time is sensitive, keep your left foot flexed. So you're supporting, protecting your knee joint. And then if you'd like a little bit more intensity without rolling all the way over, gently rock your knees a little bit to the right. So just like an inch or two towards the right. This should intensify the stretch in your left hip. And start to relax here. Send your breath to your left hip. And once again, start to slow down your breath. Take deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Expand with each inhale. Relax with each exhale. As you're ready, you can release the leg, gently lower your right foot back down to the mat. We'll move into our twist from here. So cross your left thigh over top of your right this time. Press into your right heel, lift your hips up, shift them a couple inches over towards the left. And then gently let your knees fall down towards the right. So same options here. If your knees are floating or your left shoulder is lifting up, place a block underneath your knees, roll your left shoulder back down so your shoulder blades flat on the mat. You can reach your left arm up by your side, you can take a cactus arm, or you can reach your left fingertips up overhead if that feels good to you. And just relax into your twist here. With the help of your right hand, gently guide your knees back up to center, uncross your legs, plant both feet on the mat, lift your hips up, realign your spine, bring everything back to center. Hug your knees into your chest one more time here. Take some rock side to side. Feel free to kick up into a happy baby, a plow pose, a shoulder stand. Take any last little bits of movement that your body is craving here. Take your time. As you're ready, we'll slowly, mindfully start to make our way to our final Shavasana. Just take your time getting here. Send your legs out long. Let your feet fall open to the sides. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Press into the back of your head. Snuggle your shoulder blades slightly closer together, then lower back down. Tuck your chin to lengthen the back of your neck. Start to relax here. Start to notice your body being completely supported by the earth. As you start to feel supported, allow your body to soften, to relax. Feel the back of your head supported by the earth. Allow your face to relax. Allow your neck to relax. Feel your shoulders supported by the earth. Allow your chest to relax. Your collarbones to relax. Feel your elbows supported by the earth. Allow your arms to relax. Notice the back of your hands supported by the earth. Allow your wrists, your fingers, your hands to relax. Feel your hips supported by the earth. Allow your belly and your thighs to relax. Notice your calf muscles supported by the earth. Allow your knees to relax, your ankles to relax. Feel your feet supported by the earth. Allow your feet and toes to relax. Allow your body to relax completely. Allow your mind to relax completely. I'll encourage you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you're able to. We'll finish our practice here, so feel free to pause the video if you've got time to stay. We'll begin to close our practice. So just bring your awareness back to the intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of our practice. Take a moment, remind yourself why you showed up on your mat today. Take a moment of gratitude. Thank yourself for showing up today. In this moment, you are exactly where you're supposed to be, and everything is as it should be. The light within me honors the light within each of you. Namaste.